Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Gold Rush. Today we are going to try moving these around a little bit, moving the conveyor belts and the Frankensteins. We're going to move the other one over here, and we're going to try using the wheel loader once more. It's going to be my final attempt to use the wheel loader. You know that I don't like the wheel loader, but I have been told by a number of people it is actually really, really good and it does work really well. A few other people have said, no, actually, it does suck. You are right. It's useless. It's awful. Awful? I was trying to say horrible and awful all at the same time. It's awful. New word. There, awful. It's that bad that it is actually awful. It's not good or bad. It's awful. So we'll take that one off of there a minute. I'm just going to coil this up. Coil! There we go. Right, I knew you could do it. I had complete faith in you at all times. I never doubted you for a moment. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to remove that one, and I'm going to remove this bad boy right here. And we're going to put those over in storage somewhere. We can get them... oh, there we go. There we go. Take it all. Take that one all the way up through there. And I'll drop that one down, and I'll take that end... and I'll coil that one up as well. Because, yeah, a few people have said that maybe I should try not having those conveyor belts. Now, personally, I'm not actually that concerned about whether we've got the conveyor belts or otherwise. I don't really mind. I don't think it makes any difference to the speed that this thing drinks up fuel, if you've got less or more things on there. But it is going to tidy up the cables a bit. We'll have to go and get a... No, actually, do we need more fuel yet? We don't actually need more fuel yet. I'm just going to use the jerry can. So we'll take those two. They can go over into storage, so they'll be out of the way. So if we do want them back, it means that we are going to have to do the full installation thing again. But we don't need to worry about that today. We'll worry about that at some point in the future, which is not going to be today. So long as we don't have to worry about it today, it's fine. Just put that one in there. Put it in there. We'll fill that one back up again. There we go. Put you up there. Right, let's run you down here so that we've got a bit of fuel in our little generator over here, our pump. So that one can be... That one can run. There we go. I'll just drop you in there like that. All full. Right, perfect. Let's drop you down there. Now, we need to go up to the tent, and we can send those two packing off in storage. That should be them out of the way. Then we can start moving the Frankensteins around so they're lined up. We got one under the rocker, and then we got one going into the one that goes into the rocker, and it should all work out quite nicely. At least that's the plan. Why have you crashed? I broke it. Oh, no, I haven't broke it. It's okay. It's okay. It's still working. Transport, we want to go to here, and we want the... what do we want? We don't want the shaker. Oh, that's in storage space. I don't actually want that. We want this one right here. We want the conveyor belts container. That one can move. And we want the conveyor belt itself. That one can move. Right. 7,500? Why so much? That's ridiculous. Well, that one's really cheap. Conveyor belt. Wow. Okay, that conveyor belt is an expensive machine. That is ridiculous. This daylight robbery, that's what it is. It is daylight robbery. Is that supposed to do... Oh, order. Right. It's daylight robbery. That's what it was. Absolute daylight robbery, that was. I am disgusted. I've got a third Frankenstein. I didn't realise that. See, it's 1,500 to bring that one back. And the conveyor belt... I can't believe this. Seriously? Wait a minute. The conveyor belt is 3,500 to bring back... I have no words. You've robbed me. You've cheated me. 7,500 to pick it up. And I can't believe that. Why charge so much? It doesn't cost that much to bring it back. I'm not going to forget this. Okay, you have slighted me now. Frithgar has been slighted and he will not forget it. He has a long memory. He has a long memory and he will not forget it. And I'm actually nearly out of fuel on this one. Perhaps we ought to refuel it. We may need to go and get the little fuel bowser and do something about that. So let's just pop that one up there and then around again. Right, the first thing I actually want to do is, well, I do want to start that bad boy up a bit. Then I want to go into conveyor mode, and I can't actually remember what the controls are. We want to, well, raise and lower the bed is W and S. That's not doing anything. Why are you not doing anything? Are you on, even? Yes, you are on. Right, so the raising and the lowering is not doing anything at all. What about... Well, that's doing something. But the raising and the lowering of the belt isn't working. I suspect it's because of how it's working. So we want to collapse the belt. That is F and R for collapsing the belt. So we'd bring that one all the way in, like that. There we go. Slide that one on back. And then we need to actually, we just want to inch forwards a bit. So if let's collapse that one and then do that. And we'll take the handbrake off and we'll go forward a bit. And now, oh, no, too far. Frithgard took it too far. Now, if we stop right there a minute and we switch over, now it works. See? Because it lowers it back down to the ground, which is kind of what we wanted to do in the first place. Now, if I bring this one round, oh no, I know what I just did wrong. I want to put that one back, and then I want to go into drive mode. And the idea I'm thinking is that we're going to bring this one over like this. We're going to spin it round on the spot, and we're going to put it about to this point here, like this. This is a good point. So we'll stop there. We'll put the handbrake on. We'll switch over, and then I want to extend that one out so that it goes over the D-rocker thing like that. And I also want to lower that one down a bit there. I'm going to bring it round a bit more. There we go. And I'll extend it up a bit more. Right. We're going to stop that one right there. I'm going to turn the engine off, and that's where it's going to stay. We're going to go and get the other one, and I'm hoping to park it down here somewhere so that it is low down to the ground, which will make it easy for the wheel loader to be able to unload into it. We're going to take a look at that next. So I need to fold this one all up and scrunch it all back up tight as it can get. And then once we've done that, if I jump out there like that, there we go. Right, now, first thing I need to do is, well, let's turn the engine on. And then I want to go to the conveyor controls, and we need to collapse that one down. I've also done that. I can move this one all the way round and hopefully get it into the right position. There. Right, so that is in the right position there. I want to take handbrake off. That's forward that way. So let me drive this one forward a minute, and then we'll back it up round this way, like that. And how is it? What are you stuck on? It's nothing to be. Oh, it's there's the invisible wall that it's stuck on. Right. Well, if it's going to stick on invisible walls, we'll do that. We'll spin this one round like that, and then it shouldn't stick on invisible walls. We should be able to. There we go. Can bring it back a little bit more, and then if I go forwards this time. We'll bring it up there, and then I can spin it round again, so we sort of line it up reasonably straight. That all the way down. There we go. We're making progress. We're actually getting somewhere. So now we've got it to this point, we need to take it right down to the end. Then we need to scurry along the bottom there and extend it out so that it lines up with the bottom end of the other conveyor, and we got two of them chained together. And hopefully this will then leave the bottom end of this conveyor in such a place and position that it's easy for the wheel loader to tip out into it. That's the whole point of this, is just to make it easy to tip into using the wheel loader. We won't have to have a ramp. We won't have to do anything like that. There's been no messing around. It's just going to be simple, easy, quick, in, out, job done. Right. Doesn't want to go any further than that because it's getting wedged on the soil that we've already got here. So if we... Actually, no, I want to switch over, and if I do that a little bit, and then we try, this is going to be the difficult bit, is getting it up here without demolishing anything else. Should work eventually, and we'll bring it there, and then we can straighten it up a bit, and we can go forward a bit more. I want to go up. I'm hoping about there would be a good place to put it. So if I can stop there, and then I can... Actually, I'm not really sure how we're going to do this. That might not be the best place to put it, because if I bring that over there, it's up in a place that I don't want it to be. That's too high. That is way too high. It's no good there. Right, so let me bring that one back over, and I'll fold it all the way back down again. I'm going to need to Just going to need to twist it round a bit more. Let's try this position. Maybe this will do something. So, right, now we lift it all the way up like this. I can extend the front out. That's not going to be any problem at all. So long as that is in roughly the right place, I can lift that. How high can I lift it, though? Is that going to be high enough? That's the big question, is whether that's high enough. The rest of it doesn't really matter. That will drop down into the end of there, sort of. It's going onto the ground as well. Is that what we want? I think there is actually going to... I think that's okay. I think that is fine to drop it into that position there. And it does look like it's down onto the ground as low as it can get. I'm hoping that's going to be okay. So I'll switch it off now. And I'll jump out. Right. That one there seems to be right. This one here seems to be right. It's whether that is low. It is on the ground. It's right down on the ground. So I'm hoping that we can sort of get to it with the wheel loader. We may have to clear a little bit of this away. So now comes the big test. Is this useless heap of junk ever going to be able to actually do anything? Or is it, as I have long suspected, nothing but a useless piece of junk? Now, people have said that I need to put the camera in the right position so that we can just leave the camera in the right position, in one position only. And this is all stuff that I do, though. I do this. This is why I don't like this thing, because everything that people suggest in how to make this one run a little bit easier is all things that I try and I do, and I actually put these things into practice, and it still doesn't work. This thing is just useless. It's just utterly mind-numbingly, mind-bogglingly useless. It's just heartbreaking. It's soul-destroying just how bad this thing is. Right, we'll bring that up. We'll bring this over. And we'll stop there. See, it's already trying to tip stuff out. Already trying to tip stuff out where it's not supposed to go. I'll bring that forward. Look. There. It doesn't... Is it even tip out? Has it tipped out? Oh, that's a 9%. Right. I don't like it. I already don't like it. Doesn't want to tip properly. I'm going to try and clear some of this back. This stuff sort of in the entranceway here. And that might make it a little bit easier for us. So if I back up a bit, like this, and I put the handbrake on, the problem is that it has such a wide movement range on it. Okay, there we go. We've tipped in. I've tipped that in there. And... it seems to do it okay. It's on 19%. Steady. Don't go too fast. Right, now I want to go into this bit here. It really doesn't want to pick up very much. I guess there is quite a bit of soil there. I do have to give this thing a little... I do have to, like, give it a little bit of leeway, I guess. You can't turn at all with the handbrake on, and then you take the handbrake off, and it rolls all over the place. Thus, again, proving that this thing is useless. There we go, stop there. Now try and turn it. It's too high, it doesn't want to tip. It's sort of tipping. It doesn't tip very much at all, does it? Right, let's go on a bit more. There we go. And now I can't actually see the bucket, but the camera, because of the way that the camera moves on this one, you've got to leave the camera in the same place so that you can try desperately to see stuff, and it doesn't work, and it's useless. Useless is a word I'm going to be using a lot today. I'm looking forward to when I have proved that this thing is completely useless and we can't use ever again, and then I don't need to do it. I can just refer you back to the old episode where we tried absolutely everything. We tried our hardest to use it, and it still proved to be useless, and it still didn't work, so we don't ever need to touch the thing again. Look at the camera angle. The camera should stay beside the... Look, it's moving by itself. Okay, I got nothing else. I was told that it was because of my joystick. It's not my joystick. Okay, it's genuinely not my joystick. I got everything else I ever use with a joystick stays where it's supposed to be. Okay, I've tried altering settings on the joystick and that's not doing it. It's just that this machine is useless. It's absolutely beyond me what it could be on the joystick. that could possibly be causing it, because, like I said, I've got it. I use the joystick on so many. I do use the joystick on other games, and I use the joystick on other machines in this game. I actually use it to use the excavators, and it works really well on the excavators. We have no problems with that. Let's pick that one up. There we go. So we got a little bit of soil there on the side. I'm not going to dig away too much of that soil there on the side, because I'd kind of like to keep that. It's a good ramp that goes all the way in. So if we can keep that there. So on 59% at the moment. Let's go in a little bit more. Now there should be some gold in this. We should be able to get some actual gold in this at some point. Stop there. Tip you out. Is that going to just tip on the floor and vanish? Probably. 66. Yes, it tipped on the floor and vanished. I don't know why it would do such a thing. It wasn't actually too far over or anything like that. No, it's just because this one is useless. There's probably great big holes in the bucket where it falls out the side, just to make life a little bit more difficult for you, because life's not difficult enough when you try and operate this thing. Let's put that one in there. There we go. Right. How is that looking? Look, it won't even pick itself up under its own weight. It's that bad. It's just its own weight, and it still doesn't want to roll itself round. It doesn't want to pick itself up. Look, it's terrible. It won't move. How is this possibly a useful machine? Seriously. Ugh. Right, I mean, we are actually getting somewhere now. We're on 82% on this one. So we're making a little bit of progress. Not much, mind. Not a lot. But we're making a small, tiny sliver of progress. Let's bring that round. Oh, no, I went too far there. Hold that. I've got to keep the joystick curled right over to the side at all times. If I don't, it immediately starts tipping out. Because it gets to that point and it says, oh no, this is where we start emptying stuff out onto the ground. Because, gravity doesn't seem to have any effect when you're using this machine. Gravity is not an issue. We don't worry about things like that. There we go. Look, see, it's throwing it everywhere. Let's bring that one back round. And there. I would like to see a new one of these machines introduced into this game. I'd like to see a new wheel loader with a new camera on it as well, so that when you put the camera at a set angle on the cab, it stays with the cab at all times, no matter what. Stays where the camera stays where you put it on the cab, and that is the only movement that the camera will ever have. You move the cab, the camera moves with you. It seems to work on so many other games. I see no reason why they can't introduce such a thing on this game as well. We have finally got that to 100%. Let's get out. Let's just leave that wheel loader there. And we'll go up to here, and we're going to move that 100% soil into the next conveyor. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch this conveyor on here. Hopefully that is lined up in the right place. I think that it is. I really hope that it is in the right place. It's on conveyor. I think it's G. Yes. Start it up with that one. Let's see. It's moving that way. Right, that is down to 90%. What we want to do is we want to fill that other conveyor all the way up. So I'm not going to run it beyond that. I'm just going to fill that conveyor all the way up. And then once it's full, we can switch this one back off again, and we can do another fill up on this one. And then we got two of them that we can then empty out into the D-rocker and everything. So start tipping that in there. It's filling up. Although I'm questioning whether that is in actually the right place. If you look at where the visual is on that, it doesn't look great, does it? Maybe we should extend that out a little bit. I don't want to risk losing all of the soil. It's on 15. I think I need to just nudge it forward just a tiny bit. So if I switch over to this control and I start the engine, R and F is extending. So then I switch back to this one. There. Switch that one over a bit like that. Maybe that's a better position like that. We'll try that. So then I will go back to the actual drive and I will switch the engine off again. And then we go on to here, onto the conveyor, and we'll just let that one run. 33%, and this one over here is on 46%. Have we got this right? I don't actually know if this is right, but I'm hoping that it is. I am really, really hoping that it is, because if it's not, it's, yeah, that's going to be bitterly disappointing. Almost done. Just the last little bit to come off the conveyor and into this one down here. And then we will see if we've got all 100% in there, or if some of it has drifted off to the side. It's 94, 96, 98, and 100%. It actually all went in there properly. I am delighted. Right, let me switch that one off, and I'm going to start loading this one back up again. Right, let's see what we can do with it. See if we can get another load into the machine. I don't know what this is like while it's digging downhill. Are we going to be able to fill the bucket up completely? So bring that one round. Like that. And I need to remember to go forward. It's now sliding around as well, just to add to our misery, to make life a little bit more difficult for us. There we go. So we've emptied that one out. We've got the first one. It is 9%. It managed to get to 9%. I was thinking that it wouldn't even manage that, but it has coped with 9. So bring this down here. No, don't ram into it. At least don't do that. Let's drive down this way, down here. So, yeah, it doesn't, because it doesn't crowd over, you can see how much of the rams are currently exposed, which means that it should have a lot more curl over. You should be able to drive it, you should be able to curl it backwards a lot more than what it currently does. And just the way that the angles are on the bucket and everything, it should curl back more than that. Which means that when you're digging downhill like this, it should actually be able to curl backwards and pick the stuff up, but it doesn't seem to want to do that either. Yeah, this is... See, Farming Simulator, I really do like using the wheel loader in that game. The big JCB wheel loader. That one is absolutely awesome. It's brilliant. I love using that one. This one here, it's just horrible to use. It's just so unpleasant. Everything about it is just... seems to be designed to be unpleasant. Right, did I actually pick anything up that time? Yes, I did. I was beginning to think that I didn't actually get anything because it didn't move very much. Let's bring that over there. And tip. There we go. Right, that's only on 35%. So I'm starting to think that the ramp down is too steep for us to be able to actually pick up stuff properly. We need to sort of pick it up near the top. So maybe it doesn't like that. Maybe that ramp going down is a little bit too much for it. It could be. Tip it all the way up there. And is that enough? Is that all the way out? I think that's all the way out. I think it's empty. 46%. So we did do a part load there somewhere. I'm not sure which was the part load. But we've got 46%. And much as I really hate to admit it, this is actually going fairly smoothly now. Now that we've kind of got a position sort of lined up and so on with it. It does actually appear to be going reasonably. It doesn't mean I like this thing anymore. It doesn't mean I've suddenly grown to like it. Do not think such things. Do not believe such blasphemous, sacrilegious things as me liking this machine. It's no. No. I will not admit to it. I will not admit to it. Right, that's all emptied out. We go and get the next load. Go and drive right in here. So, are we getting close to actual gold in here then? If we're starting to like pick stuff up, are we getting close to actual gold-paying dirt? We might be. No, I want to go forward just a little bit more than that, I think. And break off. There. Let's try that. That seems to be the best position. If I do it like that, and then I can tilt it over, and it will empty out, and I think that is everything emptied out. And then we can back up again. Oh, there's still something in the bucket, but I don't really care. We'll leave it in there, and we'll go on again. So there's a little bit of a step down right there. But I don't think it's going to be... overall, I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. Bring that back over to there. I think that is a little bit too far up the conveyor. Need to go to about that point. Like that. And then we can tip it. There, that should all be going in. I hope it is. And we can back up. So we're on 86%. I'll do one more load. So it's not going to be quite 100%. But I think that I've made a good effort today. I really do. I think that I have made a tip-top effort for everybody here. Right? I have sacrificed myself on the altar of better videos so that you can have the full experience. I have tested the wheel loader, and I have found actually that it's... I still hate the machine. I still hate it. I despise this thing. But, you know, it does actually seem to be working here. I don't really want to admit to that. I really don't. I don't make me admit to it. Right, we're going to stop that one there. Despite the fact that it seemed to go reasonably well with the wheel loader, that doesn't mean I like it. Okay? Let's just make one thing absolutely clear here. It going well does not mean I liked it. Not even a little tiny bit. Let's bring this up round here. We'll jump in here. This one we're going to try turning on these next ones. So we've got the power splitter right there. We've got the trommel there, and we've got the D-rocker there. We don't have anything else in here. It is the only items that we've got running. We've got the D-rocker there. And we come running over. We have got those two down there. They're running. And we got that one running. Those two don't seem to be doing... I mean, they've got power on them, so it is powerful. It is powered. Powerful? Why would it be powerful? It's powered. I mean, it could be powerful as well. You never know. Right, let's... sure that's working. Yep. All good. It's all good. Right, if you, yes, you have water. You have water, so let's run around this way over here, and... there is water down there. There is water running through all of it. It's all looking tickety-boo. So now if we come over here, we won't do that one. It's not that one. It's this one up here. We want to get into that one, and we want to see if it's actually going to work. We want to bring this one up here like this, and we want to, start that conveyor. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, start your conveyors. And that is in the right place, I'm hoping. All the earth is going to come trickling slowly up through there. And it will drop down onto the second stage of the conveyor. And then it will drop down onto the third one. And it will drop into the D-rocker. And it's all very exciting. There it goes. It's onto the second stage. It's coming up through. There it is. The first bits. It's there. It's there. We have done it. We have liftoff. Into the D-rocker. And it's actually D-rocking as well. It's working, although I think that I could still move this one forward. Like I did with the last one, I think I do need to move this one forward as well. So I'm going to switch over to the drive, and I'm going to go to switch it on, and I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to isn't it? Yeah, I want to it and extend it out there like that. It's on the button, and switch you off. There we go. That's all. That's going swimmingly. Absolutely swimmingly. So let me jump out of this one. That's working. And we can jump down into this one. We can start this one up. Let's just make sure that is still lined up. Yes, it is. It's all lined up beautifully. So we start that one up. That's going to work as well. We're going to bring up... there's the dirt all the way down the bottom. That's going to come up. It's going to come up into the second conveyor. And then it's going to move round. And it's going to start traveling through the whole plant. Look at this. 2 conveyor belts. All working, all running. It's absolutely beautiful. It's like poetry in motion. And there's the poetry. It's about to start. The poetry is about to start jumping off down onto here. That's down to 21%. And there goes the next lot. And that is all lined up as well. Staying at 20%, 19, 20. It's hovering at 19 and 20. So it's doing it. It's keeping it moving. Everything is working perfectly. This is awesome. I'm going to jump out of that one. I'm going to go over to this one. I'm going to take a look in this one. Just because we might get a better view. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. It's working absolutely wonderfully. I'm absolutely, genuinely delighted that we've got this all to work properly. This is absolutely really cool. We'll let all this run through. And once that bottom one is emptied out, then we can switch both of these conveyors off. And we'll go and see what we've got going through the plant. It doesn't look like anything's overloaded. We haven't had any warnings come up or anything like that. It's just going through there. And we've got gold coming out into the mats. We're not going to have a huge amount of gold, not at the moment. But we'll be able to do this again. I'm thinking that we will use the wheel loader again. It did, in the end, seem to go reasonably okay. It's not brilliant. I am not admitting to it being brilliant. I absolutely am not admitting to it being brilliant. It's okay. It's just okay. We're not going any more than okay. Do you understand? I will not say that it is anything better than okay. I'm trying to get over here so I can see the percentage on that other conveyor, and I can't do it. It's not letting me. We're just going to have to sort of hover over a little bit. It looks like it's on, is it 15? No. No, it looks like it's on single digits now, I think. I genuinely can't see it. It doesn't look like... No, it's empty now. It was on single digits because it's now empty. So this one's coming up through. This one's on 19%. So this one is very soon going to be empty as well. And then everything will have gone through, all the conveyors and all the plants. So let me jump out of this one a second and we'll come down here. And as soon as this one is finished, we'll switch it off again. Because otherwise it just uses up too much fuel, and fuel's expensive. We're not made of money. Well, actually, we've got... I say we're not made of money. We got $650,000. So... yeah, we're not doing too bad as far as the whole made of money situation is. I mean, $650,000. It's more than $500,000. It's enough to keep most people's heads above water. Put it that way. It's not too shabby. We're able to pay our food bills, and the electricity bill is also able to be covered, but the gas bill might be a little bit expensive. Which is as much as most people can hope for these days. So we'll just let that one finish, just a little tiny bit more, and then we can go and take a look at the mats. We're not really going to have time to rinse everything out. There is something new coming into the game soon. It's like a big table where you can put all the mats in together, which does actually look properly wicked. You take all the mats and you dump them all into... instead of having to put them into individual buckets, just everything all done all at once. All at the same time. It looks awesome. I'm really looking forward to getting hold of that. That one there is... there we go. All done. So we'll switch that one off as well. How much fuel have we got left in this thing? 13%. We got enough to do a bit more yet. How do I press that button to get out? I'd forgotten how to escape the machine. So we'll come down here. And let's look over this way. And we will see what we've got in the mats. It's all at 7... oh. The top ones are at 70%. Those are at 60, nearly 70%. These down here are on 50%. So these have not got a huge amount of gold. I think maybe we should do the same again. We should start filling these conveyors back up again so that we get all the rest of it. But, I mean, everything has gone through these now. There doesn't seem to be any more earth coming through. So we'll go up here. We'll take a little trot up through here. And we'll switch everything off. And then once we've switched everything off, we will then jump back into the wheel loader and we can load up a little bit more before we leave. So we'll do that there. And we'll come down here and we'll switch you off as well. There we go. And... so we have got our conveyors all in place, and we've got the wheel loader has now started actually working, and we're able to do something with it. So I'm looking over here. Now I just want to climb up here a minute, and I want to take a look around. So there's a square there that we were digging, and then there was a square there that we were digging. But what I want to do is I want to go to the gold map, and I want to go to parcel 4, because that's us. So that's right here. 396 there had a total of 177 ounces of gold. 421 had a total of 146 ounces of gold. So there's not a lot in it between those two. And then that one over there has got 190. That's got 300. 800 back there. 900 in 419. So we've got loads going back there. This one here and this one here are fairly low. But these are like the ones at the front. So these are kind of important to deal with. So this one here is 146 ounces of gold. Toggle square. And then we come out of there. So the square for that one in the back corner is right there. And then, so the other one is going to be where I'm standing, actually. If I can stand back up on there. So yeah, it's going to be this one here. Let's go back into it. Gold map. Is it that one? No, it's that one there. 396. Back. Yes, this one right here. This is 396. This is the one that has got some in it. And then the other one that's got some in it is there. So we kind of need to get into these two. And then we just want to dig a straight line back here. So there's the next square. And then the final square is sort of over here. It's going to be around about where I'm stood right here. Or you can see the drill holes there. So it's these two back here. This is where the gold is, just in a straight line. So really, we want to start working our way through. It's just a question of this wheel loader actually being able to get into that bit. So I want to bring the camera... Really, we want to have it like that. We'll try it like that position there. We'll see how this works. So start that one up. And we'll start working in here. So I do want to actually get some of this up on the side so that I've got a straight line coming through here. So I want to get some of this dirt here. We'll take some of that away. And then we'll bring this one down here. It's just a question of not... I think maybe I was driving a little bit too fast previously as well. Just because I didn't like it. So I wasn't like being as forgiving as I should have been. But we got a full 10% in there as well. So if you can get that one square on, it does look like you can get a full 10% into it. If you get it right. I think also because we've been digging with the bucket, like pointing slightly downhill, that hasn't helped either. You've got to keep the thing right up in the air. And you've got to keep it tilted back fairly well as well. That also seems to have an impact on it. There we go, look at that. Bring it round. If I stop there... yeah, I'm tipping it on the floor now. Right. It slid. It slid sideways. I've tipped most of this one on the floor. See, it's put 2% into there. So there's another abysmal failure. I'm blaming the wheel loader. It's definitely not operator error. There's no possible way it could be operator error. I am almost godlike when it comes to operating this thing. And nobody could possibly be better than me, could they? Okay, maybe I'm not quite godlike. Maybe that is just maybe I should stop talking now. Maybe I should, well, at least stop talking about that. If I just stop talking completely, the episode would probably grow rapidly rather dull. So we'll just bring this one around here. I'm going to try and fill this up before we go. Saying that the episode's going to grow dull, we don't actually have that much of the episode left, to be fair. So, yeah, it's... I should let's try and stay on point. Rather than trying to... I'm trying to think of something to say about the episode not being dull, but the fact that it's about to finish, which, then I started thinking, well, actually, some of you may start to be you may be thinking at this point that maybe the episode finishing is not such a bad idea after all, because quite frankly, Frith, your rambling is getting irritating. I can understand that. I get that a lot in real life as well, so it's no surprise. It really isn't. Oh, I've gone way out too far. I think I did. Oh no, I didn't do too bad. We got 38% in there at the moment. I think we're sort of doing okay with the tipping. It's this bit right here. We're going to struggle, I think, to really get that in properly. What I think we're going to have to do is we're going to have to move the conveyor again after we're done here, so that we've got a slightly easier ramp to get down into this area that we're digging. So we bring that there. I need to tilt you that way. There we go. Put you over like that, and then tilt it forward a bit. Going to work? Sort of. I think it sort of worked. We're on 48%. That means we got 10% on that bucketful. That is a positive thing. 10% in a bucketful is absolutely maximum. That's everything that you can put into it. So we bring that up like that. So I'm tilting it back as far as... It should be able to tilt back more than this. It absolutely should be able to tilt back more than this. There we go. And we can bring that one round. I'm keeping it up as high as I can. We go forward. There we go. Let's stop right there. I've got the handbrake on, and then I can tilt forward. And that should tip. Why aren't you tipping out? Okay, you couldn't tip out fast enough before. Now you won't tip out at all. What's wrong with you? Oh, this thing is terrible some days. Right, let's bring that back round. Maybe it doesn't like going straight end on the conveyor. Maybe that's a bit of an issue for it. So we'll bring it to there. Oh, steady. The whole autosave does cause you some problems. The autosave does kind of cause it to glitch out a little bit from time to time. Am I not able to tip this stuff out of my bucket? Look. Take it. Take it. It won't come out. It's stuck in the bucket forever. I'm not really sure what to do with this. It's all staying in the bucket and it's not coming out. No, it's still not coming out. I'm tilting it over as far as it can possibly go and I have got nothing. Let me try going in and picking up some more earth then. Maybe that will make a difference. If we go in like this, there we go, we'll do that. Maybe it needs a different flavour of earth. If we change the flavour, maybe that will help it. So bring it there. Ooh, stop. Steady. Oh, now it's working. Okay, I have no idea what that was all about, but it didn't like it for some strange reason. Now it does like it, so we're all back. We are back in business. We're good to go again. So we'll bring that one down in there. And I'll lift it up like that as we go so that I don't lose too much of the load. And then we can back up and then swing round. We are nearly out of fuel on this one. It's going to be our next major problem is that we're going to run out of fuel. That's just great. Let's bring this one up there. There we go. Right, stop. I think I actually need to just bring it forward just a little bit. There. Whoa, 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 whoa. Back up. There we go. Right, and then if I tilt and tip, tilt and tip, tilt and tip. There we go. 68%. I need to get just a couple more loads in here, and we are done. We've loaded this one up. That one is finished. Right, I've got some in there. I don't know how much, and this is where I'm going to start getting stuck because it's getting steeper as we go down in. I'm hoping that we can get round that. We can get through this. We can. I know we can. We can do this. We're starting to get the hang of this thing. I know that we can make it. We can make it work. Stop there. Right, that's on 80%. So I need to... Did I get 12% in that bucket? Did I actually get like 12% in there? If I did, I'm going to be very impressed with myself. I am genuinely going to be impressed with myself. Let's bring that back up. Can I do this before I run out of fuel? I need 2 more buckets and then I need to get up to the fuel station. That's what we get. That's what we need. Let's put that one down. I need to come forward just a bit. Stop there. Tilt it over. Right, that's tipped in. And 91. I got 11% in that bucket then. I'm actually doing... we seem to be doing okay. 11% in a bucket. That isn't too bad. Not by anybody's standards. I think we're doing all right now. We're starting to get the hang of this thing. Who said this wheel loader was so bad? Look, see? Trust your Uncle Frith to bring everything to you. Alright, you told me that the wheel loader was the worst possible machine you'd ever seen. It was useless. You said the word useless so many times. And it turns out that maybe it's not so useless after all. And I told you all along, I said all along, didn't I? It's not that bad. You've just got to get used to it. That's all you got to do. It's a technique. It takes a little while to get used to it, but you will eventually get used to it. Just trust me. I will do an episode. I will show you how to use this wheel loader, and then when I'm done, you'll thank me because you'll realize it's actually pretty good. It does work fairly well. You just got to get it all set up right. I'm sure I said all of those things. I am absolutely positive I said all of those things. Okay, maybe not. We'll ignore all that. But anyway, that is all we got time for today. So if you enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And if we just look over here, there is the first piece right there. I think what we need to do is where that conveyor is placed, I think that's where we're going to need to be coming in with the wheel loader because this side gets a little bit steeper. So eventually, we might need to sort of clear some of that away. So then we can move that conveyor over a little bit. Actually, I don't know. Maybe we just want to sort of go in that direction. And then we'll still be able to do it. I don't know. We can have another play around with this. It seems to be working all right now. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.